narcissists walk naked when they are hurt by you? Narcissistic individuals exhibit a remarkable contradiction, being intensely averse to shame yet incredibly shameless in their actions. This paradox becomes glaringly evident when they actively avoid guilt but engage in shameless behaviors, such as blatant lying, deception, withholding information, and gaslighting. The most unmistakable display of their shamelessness occurs when they show a complete disregard for their partner and children within the confines of their home. This is not a sporadic oversight, but a deliberate and repeated choice. In this episode, I will address this specific issue, drawing from the experiences of numerous survivors. If you find this topic intriguing and wish to delve deeper into the peculiar behavior of narcissists, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel before we begin. Your subscription contributes to spreading awareness about narcissistic abuse, a cause I consistently emphasize and appreciate. Greetings to everyone. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I extend a warm welcome. In our homes, we each have our designated personal space, and there's a degree of acceptance for occasional movement without wearing excessive clothing, as long as safety and ethical considerations are upheld. However, it is essential to clarify that the act of moving around in one's personal space without clothing does not inherently signify narcissism. Therefore, it would be imprudent to hastily categorize individuals who engage in this behavior as narcissists. Such a conclusion is not aligned with the topic under consideration. The key concept here is that narcissists exhibit a lack of physical boundaries. They do not respect the boundaries of others, demonstrating a disregard for ethical principles and remaining indifferent to the consequences of their actions on those around them. Many survivors of narcissistic abuse recount the disturbing experience of witnessing a narcissist aimlessly wandering around in the nude, seemingly oblivious to the attention it attracts or the impact on others. When confronted about their behavior, narcissists often deflect accountability, dismissing concerns as jokes or responding with entitlement-driven grandiosity, claiming, "Oh, come on, you're being too sensitive." Alternatively, they may assert their authority over the situation with statements like, "It's my home. I can do whatever I want." This perplexing and reprehensible conduct leaves individuals questioning why someone would act in such a manner, completely disregarding physical boundaries. In the early stages of my practice, a client shared a distressing experience where the narcissist in her life would routinely strip off all his clothes upon arriving home from work and remain unclothed until the next morning. This constant state of undress became a point of contention when she requested a change. In response, he would dismiss her concerns with laughter, posing questions like, "Don't you enjoy this? Haven't you always liked me this way? Have you found someone else more attractive? What's going on in your life?" This manipulation went beyond a mere violation of personal boundaries, as she was attempting to assert a basic principle that deserved respect. The narcissist skillfully shifted the blame by turning the situation around and diverting the conversation to unrelated topics. Surprisingly, attempts to address this issue would lead to an apology and a plea for forgiveness from her, allowing the narcissist to proceed with his actions without further objection. This manipulative strategy, involving counter-questioning to undermine objections, illustrated their cunning approach to maintaining control. I recently heard a distressing yet similar account about a narcissist who would bathe in the presence of his children, remaining completely unconcerned. During playful activities, he would leave the bathroom door ajar while bathing, displaying a lack of logical coherence. The question arises, why would an adult engage in such behavior? What kind of inappropriate attention was he seeking? The term that comes to mind is promiscuity, a desire for attention, or even a form of physical harm to his children, though not in a direct manner. My father had a habit of inadvertently leaving his clothing, particularly his lower garments, loosely tied. When he bent over, exposing half of his buttocks in our presence, it was an extremely humiliating experience to discuss. Despite the looseness, he never took the initiative to properly secure it. While I may not provide further details, I trust you can understand the discomfort. It seems that narcissists become estranged, displaying indifference to who might be observing them and oblivious to the potential psychological impact, especially on children. It's as if they derive pleasure from eliciting ire and attention, whether in the form of admiration or bewildered stares from onlookers who cannot fathom their actions or motivations. Narcissistic parents exhibit a lack of physical boundaries, engaging in behavior without consideration for the developmental impact on their children. This behavior, reminiscent of animals, reflects their primitive nature without a higher level of awareness. The question arises as to why they partake in such behavior. Similar to animals, they exhibit a carefree attitude, devoid of awareness or cognizance. This lack of awareness is a common trait among narcissists, akin to animals in that respect. During my childhood, observing my father's eating habits, sleep patterns, and social demeanor led me to perceive him as animal-like. These behaviors appeared unsophisticated and possessed a reptilian form. Interestingly, while they experience shame selectively, becoming charged and ready to fight when they feel threatened, insulted, or belittled, they show no remorse when engaging in primitive behavior. When I assert that narcissists are delusional, I am not using the term metaphorically or symbolically. I mean it quite literally. This is a manifestation of complete delusion. It raises the question of how individuals can justify their immoral actions, deeming them acceptable, while simultaneously taking offense at an inconsequential remark that was unintentional. This perplexes me, appearing almost deranged. However, it is crucial to highlight that they possess full awareness of their actions. They are not insane. They are conscious of the consequences of their actions, indicating a lack of interest in the matter. They remain indifferent to the impact on others. People tend to repeat activities that evoke positive emotions, excitement, or euphoria. Now, I am eager to hear about your experiences. How have you observed the narcissist who harmed you displaying this behavior? Share your responses in the comments to support other survivors, fostering a sense of connection as they navigate the recovery process. With this, we conclude this episode, anticipating our continued conversation in the next one. As always, let the healing begin and progress. Greetings, and thank you for taking the time to view an additional video. Your ongoing support is extremely valuable to me. We should promptly proceed to the main topic, as I consider it to be a significant subject that has piqued the interest of many of you. Today's discussion will center on the moment a narcissist discerns that you have completed the final discard and will not be returning. Prepare yourselves for an unforeseen development at this pivotal moment. Comprehending the characteristics of narcissists is essential for effectively managing these difficult circumstances. Narcissists generally refrain from instigating the ultimate discard, instead favoring the supply to arrive at that determination. This is due to their inherent inclination towards control, as ceding authority over their supply chains contradicts their fundamental character. Their objective is to retain power and authority over individuals whom they have previously manipulated and controlled. Furthermore, it is not uncommon for narcissists to endeavor to form a narcissistic harem, a group of individuals who are perpetually at their disposal to provide support or a support system when necessary. Narcissists, who are inherently codependent and perpetually seek a source of supply to bolster their ego and sense of self-worth, exhibit this behavior frequently. Due to their codependent nature and perpetual desire for provision, the probability of a narcissist carrying out a final abandon is exceedingly minimal. The situation becomes especially tumultuous when a narcissist discovers that you have unequivocally completed this final discard and have no intention of returning. Unexpectedly, the narcissist is confronted with a reality to which they rarely come close, one in which they have no control and their primary source of supply has severed connections. This realization has the potential to elicit a variety of unforeseen responses and actions. Discuss the subsequent state of disorderliness that frequently ensues in such circumstances. Narcissists may potentially undergo a profound sense of loss and rejection, which can elicit intense emotions beyond their capacity to manage. Emotional distress can present itself in a multitude of ways, including futile endeavors to re-establish dominance through manipulation, outbursts of anger, or, alternatively, an act of apathy intended to obscure their inner turmoil. Comprehending these dynamics is of the utmost importance for individuals who have carried out the final discard, as it enables them to devise more effective strategies for bearing with the turbulent aftermath. Subsequent sections will examine in greater detail the precise behaviors displayed by narcissists when faced with the ultimate decision to discard, and will also discuss methods for protecting one's well-being throughout this arduous time. Therefore, remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who might find this information helpful. We can emerge stronger from the complexities of coping with narcissists by working together. Narcissists exhibit a deficiency in both discernment and anticipation, specifically concerning your fatigue resulting from their mistreatment. They remain oblivious to the possibility that you may eventually awaken and become weary of the repetitive mistreatment, which would effectively convert your life into an ongoing nightmare. Their approach is predicated on persuading you of your vitality. However, the profound realization that connections have been severed can induce a reaction that verges on psychosis. In this context, the term psychotic is employed to refer to a range of behaviors demonstrated by the narcissist, which vary in accordance with their position along that spectrum. Commencing a final discard is akin to metaphorically submerging an individual while wearing scuba gear. Akin to the challenges a kinked or entangled cord may present for a scuba diver, the narcissist is now confronted with the imperative need to resolve the entanglement due to your decisive action. Their authority over you, or their figurative oxygen supply, is in jeopardy. This is accomplished through severe cord kinking or by positioning one's foot on the device, thereby interrupting the oxygen supply. Comparable to the aforementioned situation. While I earnestly wish that no one ever subjects another to that, I'm emphasizing the equivalence nonetheless. The narcissist's supply is vital to their existence, comparable to oxygen. Their daily navigation requires this supply, therefore, they must proactively pursue it each day. Upon inducing the final discard, these individuals become engrossed in a profound obsession, ultimately relinquishing control. The power is not with the narcissist, but rather with you, the one with the wisdom to heal. You, in contrast to the narcissist, can listen to God and seek His counsel. This power is inaccessible to narcissists, who are an exceptional breed of insane and unintelligent due to the fact that they never recover from their disorder. After you declare your intention to withdraw, the narcissists engage in relentless attempts to seduce you, behaving as if your refusal to permit them to do the same constitutes an offense. Particularly when interacting with a volatile narcissist, exercise caution. When you reach the irreversible point of departure, recognize your adversary, the narcissist's temperament, and take precautions. Obsession is the instinctive reaction, the narcissist desires you. Initially, your desire for them may not be apparent. While they may appear indifferent at the time, it is merely a pretense to shield their ego. They fear that if you were to witness their vulnerability, it would indicate that your words have an impact on them, notwithstanding their pretense of indifference. When an individual declares their departure with the explicit intention of not returning, the narcissist is profoundly affected. They profoundly experience the vacuum that is left behind when you sever all connections and conclude the story with a conclusive "the end." Anticipate a surge in electronic mail, text messages, and phone inquiries. They may even appear at the entryway of your family, attempting to communicate with anyone associated with you. Certain users may provide testimonies in the remarks section regarding their personal encounters with these foolish people and their erratic conduct. When children are involved, navigating a relationship with a narcissist requires a heightened awareness of the possibility of exploitation and manipulation. Parental alienation, a pernicious strategy that many recognize, assumes a more malevolent form when the narcissist's authority is challenged. Suppressing their dominance with the end can intensify their endeavors to isolate one's children from one's presence. Motivated by an extreme need for control, this strategic maneuver may result in severe repercussions, potentially driving the individual to the verge of institutionalization or a psychological breakdown if their meticulously built support network collapses in the face of your opposition. Comparable to chess with the lives of others, the narcissist operates with each move calculated with great care to satisfy their insatiable ego. But when you firmly and unequivocally say no more and sever all connections, they are confronted with the harsh truth of their loss in an overwhelming manner. This ultimate rejection not only compromises the carefully constructed facade of invincibility, but also inflates their ego with an overpowering sense of shame, an emotion they earnestly endeavor to evade. They find themselves inadequately equipped to confront the vulnerability that is currently being exposed. In order to contemplate this critical course of action, one must give self-protection top priority. Disseminating this vital information to individuals who may be experiencing comparable circumstances enhances the combined endeavor to liberate oneself from the snares of narcissistic manipulation. Reclaiming your authority by dismissing the narcissist with finality causes them to be bewildered and ill-equipped to handle the sudden disruption. Be mindful of your own well-being and request the assistance of those who comprehend the complex dynamics at play throughout this procedure. Recognize that you are not alone as you commence this perilous voyage. Your inner fortitude resonates with others who have traversed a comparable trajectory due to their shared experiences. Conquering challenges while maintaining solidarity emerges as an effective instrument. May you all discover wholeness and healing as you navigate the turbulent waters of severing ties with a narcissist. May serenity perpetually accompanies you until our paths recross. Narcissists adopt an air of superiority to convince others that they surpass average intelligence and capability. Despite their outward facade, they harbor genuine concerns, and one particular worry casts an air of anxiety over their days. Narcissists, steeped in vanity and self-absorption, expect the world to revolve around them, a perception they hold with an inflated sense of importance. While narcissists may project sound judgment and keen perception, they grapple with an ongoing internal conflict fueled by irrational beliefs and behaviors. Their perception of truth perpetually clashes with what they consider untrue. When faced with perceived hostility and exploitation, they often believe they aren't receiving equitable treatment. In the narcissist's minds, everyone they encounter poses a threat, prompting them to initiate conflict continually. However, the origins of this notion merit clarification, addressing common misconceptions on the subject. Now let's delve into the narcissist's view of you, as a reflection of themselves. We'll explore the connection between this impulse and the narcissist's craving for control, examining how it manifests in their closest relationships. Thank you for listening attentively to the end. I trust it was valuable to you. Narcissists commonly deflect blame for their issues and negative attitudes onto those in their immediate circle. This behavior reveals an unwillingness to take responsibility for their mistakes, opting instead to shift the blame. Simultaneously, narcissists harbor a belief that their neighbors are conspiring against them, leading to a heightened tendency for dishonest behavior in social interactions. Their constant vigilance stems from an unfounded yet palpable fear, essentially characterized by a proclivity towards paranoia. Experiencing persistent concerns about others disliking them or plotting harm is a classic manifestation of paranoia. Although this issue extends beyond narcissists, let's focus on them for the moment. Spending considerable time with a narcissist exposes their difficulty in trusting others and a lack of appreciation for the support offered by those closest to them. They may convey underlying resentment or sarcasm beneath a veneer of humor, yet the broader audience often perceives it as jest. Narcissists frequently employ cruel or demeaning humor to conceal genuine emotions, viewing life as a game where everyone else shares their dishonest and malicious intentions, constantly seeking opportunities to deceive and exploit others. As a result, the narcissist's primary objective is to create disruptions whenever possible, driven solely by the pursuit of success. This necessitates a perpetual state of readiness, even if they currently lack trust in others, as they aim to restore it. Believing everyone is a potential adversary and competitor, narcissists view others as mirror images of themselves, assuming that everyone harbors ill intentions toward them. Their inherent paranoia exacerbates this situation, fostering increased animosity and disdain over time. Incapable of experiencing joy themselves, they resist acknowledging others' capacity for it, seeking societal approval to ensure their continued existence. The unique individuality of each person proves challenging for them to comprehend, particularly if that person is perceived as superior. Occasionally, individuals intentionally inflict harm to gauge others' reactions and reveal their true character, highlighting their persistent intent to provoke irritation. Through accusations and blame shifting, they aim to make you feel inferior and confused, meddling with your emotions. The narcissist is relentless in erasing any evidence of your superiority, while your growing hostility may mirror the paranoia instilled by the narcissist's abuse. Narcissists, proficient at deflecting blame onto others for their challenges, are a prevalent personality type. Spending time with a narcissist often feels like being drawn into their world and molded into whatever suits the narcissist's desires. Some may label you a narcissistic flea due to observed negative tendencies developed in response to the relationship. However, it's essential to recognize that we aren't defined by the narcissist's perception, and with effort and self-love, we can overcome these challenges. The narcissist's dependency relies on our acceptance of their inflated self-image. Conversely, the narcissist remains marked by enduring traits such as paranoia. Their hypervigilance, stemming from this paranoia, makes them particularly sensitive to criticism from others. The experiences that shaped their worldview contribute to a slow, deliberate pace in navigating life, influenced by pervasive paranoia in every aspect. Narcissism, in my view, can be likened to a ball of negative energy, a metaphor that aptly captures my sentiments on the matter. Anxiety tightly governs the narcissist's behaviors. Yet, when they realize there's no real threat, their panic swiftly dissipates. As long as the narcissist holds power, they perceive you as harmless, viewing any competition as an opportunity to assert dominance. Both crippling anxiety and unhealthy food cravings stem from narcissists, who remain oblivious to the truth, fearing it too much to confront it directly. Moreover, this deception leads narcissists to believe their adversary is external, whereas it resides within. That concludes the video. Feel free to share your thoughts on the subject in the comments below. Thank you for your kindness and understanding. I appreciate your time.